Welcome to the first tutorial of Crystal Report series. In this tutorial, we will look at the environment of Crystal Reports. When we fire up, this is the first page we come across. The options are on the page. On the left is we can start a blank report, or we could write a report using a report wizard. On the right, it says any of the reports which we have previously redeveloped or written. These are the list. We can open from there, or we can click this and then it will take us to browse our computer to find those reports. All similar options are here in the menu. If you can click file, new, and then you can choose a new report, or you can open a report. Let's get started with a blank report. So we can click there. When we start writing our first report, we need to connect with a data source. So when we connect to a data source, all our data sources are listed here. As we haven't connected to any of the data sources, that's why this list is blank. These are the list of all the different sources we can connect to. We can use ODBC. The most popular one is ODBC or OLEDB data sources, or the third one is Access or Excel. Let's connect this one to a ODBC driver, and the one we are going to connect to is our SQL server. So the name of this connection is SQL ODBC. We have described how we can set up an ODBC connection for SQL server. Please watch that video. Click next, and then we haven't set up a password, so we leave it blank. We can choose the database we are connecting to. We're going to connect to clinical system and click finish. After that, in the SQL ODBC, we can write an SQL command to bring all the fields on the report, or we could click this tree and go into the .dpo schema, and these are our tables. We can bring one or multiple table. Let's start with just one table. So we are going to bring over table operation. Click OK. After bringing over all the tables, we'll come across this screen. This is the design tab where the magic happens. We will put the fields here. On the right side, we will see the field explorer. If you can't see the field explorer while you on this screen, you can go to view and click field explorer, and you will be able to see field explorer on your right. If you open this tree, you will see all the tables which you included in the report. And if you open this table table operation, you will see all the list of the fields. We can bring one of the fields over. In the design window, the very first section is called report header. Anything we put in this part of the report will only be displayed in the beginning of the report once. It will not repeat itself. While in here, the report footer section, anything we put it there, we can bring a text field there, and we can say end of the report. It will only be displayed at the end of the report. Or if we want to bring a field there, or we can create a text box in here. We can say title. So this section will only be displayed in the beginning of the report. This is at the end of the report. Page header, anything we put in there will repeat itself on top of each page, while page footer, anything goes in there will repeat itself at the bottom of each page. And the detail section, which is the most important part, all the records go there, and it will display the number of rows for each record. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to run and see the result of these fields. There are two ways we could do this. One is click F5, or we could click this button. When we do this, now you can see we can toggle between preview and design. the design tab where we put all the fields in, and preview where we could see the result. This is the first top section, which was called here is report header. This part is report header. This is page header, as we can see here as well. This is detail section. See little d there, and this is report footer there. There's nothing in the page footer, so page footer is not been displayed on the left. Right, in the toolbars, some of the tools are being grayed out because they depend on a certain type of action we are going to perform. For example, if I click this field there, now you can see these button has been highlighted. You can change the different fonts, the size. You can make this field a little bit bigger. You can increase or decrease the font size. You can make it bold, you can make it italic, underline. You can justify the text, left aligned, center, right, or justified, whatever you feel like. You can even change the font color. You can put a border and see the results. That's how it looks like. And the next one is suppress. If you don't want to display in the results, click this one there, and then as you can see there's a little rectangle there, but there's no data being displayed because we have suppressed it. Here's a little thing I want to share with you. I've also worked on SSRS, which is Microsoft SQL Server Reporting Services. The difference between Crystal and SSRS is you can't make changes to the data while you are in the preview, but in Crystal reports you can make certain changes. For example, this field, if I click this one, I can unsuppress it. I can take the border out, no border. I can change the font color or anything, these little changes here, but in SSRS you won't be able to do. You have to go back to design tab and then you can make the changes there. So that's a little difference between Crystal reports and SSRS. Okay, if we look on the right side, underneath all our fields, we can close it down. This is the formula. We can right click and create a new formula, and we can give a name, new, or call it first. Click OK, and this is where we could write our first formula. We'll leave it for the time being because it's just an introduction. As you can see, the formula has been created. Close it down. You can put some expressions there, parameters, running totals. We can create groups, and the group names will be displayed underneath there. These are some of the special fields. For example, if we want to display the time of data when it was refreshed, we can put in the report footer. We can also display the date. We can also display like number of pages, show you number of pages, etc. We run this, and as you can see, it is showing today's date and current time. If we as you can see, it's saying 21:08:51. If I refresh this again, refresh, now you can see the time has changed, 21:13:13. So every time I refresh this, you will see there's a difference. Yeah, so this, it will only display the real time from your computer. So this is what special fields do. Go back to design. At the bottom you can see you can change the zoom. Similar to Microsoft Word or Excel, you can zoom in, zoom out the report according to your requirement. Some of the buttons, for example, this one is you can bring text box there, create a group. You can put summary like sums, totals, or count or things like that. This is a cross tab, all app grid. You can insert a sub report in there, a line, text box. You can bring a picture, insert a chart, insert a map. This is a flash object. This is for database expert. You can also view database expert from there as well, underneath database expert there, or you can click this one. This is called group expert. You can sort the records by clicking this. You can create a filter there, or other way is you can go to report and select formulas, and you can create a filter there as well. Next one is section expert. This is section expert. If you right click this section expert, you can make some changes there. We'll come back to that later on. Next one is formula workshop, similar to this one. Formula is there. You can clicking there, or it's up to you. We can create a template, and we can use the template, so all our reports will look similar after doing that. This is to refresh. When our report is running, we can click this little red button to stop it. So this is all about the little introduction regarding Crystal reports. I hope you enjoyed it. I would welcome your comments and feedback. There are more videos to watch and learn from. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.